everybody, and welcome to the Dead Unicorn, the tabletop role-playing game. My name is Corey, and I am nice and comfy in my blanket because it's Alaska, and I'm cold today, okay? Alright? So lay off. I want to wear a blanket. This is my stream, get your own.
Go jump in the snow, Corey. It's healthy for you.
I would like to welcome James, Crystal, Tarek, Matt, and Sasha to our stream today to play Shadow Empire Legend of the Five Rings, the second episode of the fourth season. It's a lot has happened, but also not a lot has happened. So let me give you a quick recap here. They're in the city of the Rich Frog. They have been invited here by the governor of the Rich Frog, who is Miyagenda. During this encounter with Miyagenda, where they came into they got there, and they washed up, and they came back to go talk to him again, and a lion named Ikoma Mitsuo was like, hey, here's a letter from the emperor saying you're no longer the governor. I am. But it's the middle of winter, so I just can't kick you out. That would be unsamurai, it'd be uncivilized, and we're very civilized samurai here, and we can't, be rude to each other. So you get to stay here until spring, in which case you're gone. Make preparations to leave all of your family. Get out. So that's basically what has happened. I would like to, before I introduce everybody, let's do the hi matches. Big cat here. Let's do the poll. There's actually a poll, a poll on our community page.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Let's check out this poll. Where is the poll? I'm in the wrong place for that. Nope. That's wrong again. Wrong place. Okay. The poll is Daisuke 22%, Youngso 22%, Sora 22%, and Narin 33%. Narin, you get the karmic favor. Because the last person who had it was Kuranagi, so Kuranagi is exempt.
I got it last time?
Yeah. The far last time.
Oh, the far in
chapter 3.
Yes, in chapter 3. So Narin, you have a instant success that you can use during this game. Every week we do a poll asking you who deserves the karmic favor, who needs the help the most for the next game. You vote. They get a reward. And we also have the bingo card, so make sure you get out your bingo cards for the players.
Oh, I forgot about the bingo card.
Yep.
Got mine right here. Held back far enough nobody can read it.
Okay. When a player or character does a specific action, some people have those actions marked down on their bingo cards. They can mark it off, and the person who gets the most, or the person who gets the bingo, gets to get an advantage or get rid of a disadvantage. And there's no first place, second place. It's just if you get a bingo. That's right. Meanwhile, somewhere there's a fleet of Daidoji ships was lost to some random out-of-season storm. Yeah, there's also been a proclamation that the Mantis clan holdings now belong to the Crane. Lots of crazy stuff is happening. We'll see what's going on. But as we start off, before we start, we're also on Moonbeam. Try it out. There is a invitation in the description box for you to go try out before it hits open beta. So do that. And, I'm over there. I'm going to be doing stuff over there. What else? Anything else I need to talk about before we start? Okay. Character introductions. Let's start with James and Ide Youngso. Go.
Ide Youngso was a musician and shinobi. At this point, he's more the tiny tank of the group. and he's become mentally damaged in a lot of ways, especially with what happened in Cinnamon Forest and right before. He still is striving to do his best, but he's feeling very lost at the moment. And I think I'll go ahead and throw it over to the other character that has anger issues. Sasha?
Does Sasha have anger issues, or does Naren have anger issues?
It depends on how much of yourself you're putting in your character.
Hi, I'm Sasha. I have anger issues. Apparently this is AA now. I'm admitting I have a problem. That's the first step to recovery. Yesterday I threw a bottle at Tarek. I'm deeply sorry. I missed, but it was the thought.
She's sorry that she missed.
Exactly.
Jack Nicholson, your therapist.
Tarek just caught it in midair, and then the Cerveza Cristal jingle happened, and he popped it open. And a tall boy.
Yeah. I play Naren. She's a scary, tall, muscled scorpion lady who is good with the sword and decapitates people for a living. No, I'm just kidding. Sort of. And
decapitation from the rest of the party combined.
He's sort of the de facto attack dog of the group. And her somehow best friend is Kuranagi, who is played by Tarek. I'll pass it up to him.
Somehow.
Yeah, somehow.
Yeah, well, I'm Tarek, and I play Kuranagi, your friendly neighborhood scorpion. She is totally trustworthy in every possible way, and don't look behind you when she's walking behind you, because that sound of a knife being sharpened is totally not for you. I am looking forward to being back in City of the Rich Frog, so I can make friends with more children and have them ruin Daisuke's life. And I'll pass it off to Matt to explain why that's a problem.
Oh boy, I'm looking forward to seeing another gaggle of kids get ink on my kimono and everything. That'd be fun. Don't worry, I'll figure out a way to get you back for that one. Something fun and creative, but also playful.
It's been like 2 seasons and you still haven't gotten her back for it.
Inappropriate timing. Inappropriate timing. Anytime I would have gotten back at Kuranagi, it would have been to the group's detriment. And you know, I'm a very, very, very classy crane.
Fair enough. Very classy.
True.
Very classy guy.
All right, so I am Matthew. I play Joji Daisuke, and at this point in time, like after the big revelation that happened in, or after Cinnamon Forest, Daisuke is a little upset with his clan.
Maybe, I don't know.
And is trying to see if he could set things in motion to where he could redeem his clan without being completely influenced by them. But you know, things are looking a little tough. He's basically on this solo mission, and he's surrounded by samurai not of his clan, but, well, hopefully he can play his part and do what he can. All right, on to Crystal and Moshi Sora.
Hello, everybody. I'm Crystal. I play Moshi Sora, your friendly, fire-based healer / herder.
And lighter of dark spaces.
Sorry, my cat is just jumping around all sorts of weird places at the moment.
Toaster of bread.
Yes. Moshi
Killer of
Sora.
Killer.
No, I'm saying she has a killer body.
Okay.
Kuranagi.
You get that.
Smoking
So
of hotness. I'm
recently
working.
found out that I maybe have a twin sister, and I've got her heart in a jar right here with me, 'cause she's a blood speaker, and we're gonna figure out what's going on with that.
You're muted, Matt.
All right, I think that does it.
Matt's singing to himself.
You can't hear him. He's muted.
Ah, darn it! I was trying to tell Crystal, you should do a "I got a jar of dirt, I got a jar of dirt, and guess what's inside it." at one point in the game.
Dirt?
If anyone's missing the contest, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. No chuckles or
I was so confused. I was like, "What?"
I got it, but I did not laugh.
What was that?
Well, I think we
Shame
all
on
had
you,
the same.
Sasha. Shame on you.
I think we all had the same reaction that the rest of the cast did when Johnny Depp improvised that.
Okay.
Kinda, yeah.
So everybody is at the governor's palace. It's not a castle, but it's not a castle. If you get my drift, if you get my meaning, if you get my.
It's a walled manor.
Yes, at the governor's manor, and y'all are given a nice big dinner with several courses. Because you are a special guest that he wants here in the winter, because he knows things are going to get pretty hairy here in the Rich Frog. And he knows you guys are capable, because you were very capable the last time you were here. So,
To various degrees of success.
He's in for a rude awakening to realize that we've just evolved into a group of bumbling idiots who can't keep horses alive.
well, you're also the guys who revealed that there is a large group of samurai trying to undermine the empire called the Gozoku, and figured out who is in charge of that, and revealed it kind of to the world, if people want to believe that or not.
The horses.
So
Yeah,
he's like, yes.
I was gonna say I can uncover a conspiracy real
You
good,
can't
but I
keep a
can't
horse
keep a
alive.
horse alive to save my fucking
As
life.
long as in order to save the empire, we don't have to keep any horses alive, we totally got this.
Oh, speak for yourselves.
Anyways.
I was able to keep mine alive.
Much to my shame, I was not able to keep mine alive. Being a unicorn, it's doubly shameful.
It's a nice dinner, and if there's anything you want to ask Miyagenda or Kaeru Isobe or any of the people who are staying here, which includes Mia Atsuko, his youngest daughter, or Mia Kito and his wife Mia Tameo, you can go ahead and do that here before dinner ends. And
Did you say Mia Tomato?
Tameo.
Did you say Mia Tomato?
Tamao. Tamao.
Yeah, I think Mao
Tamao.
would be the more
Oh,
appropriate
Tamao.
pronunciation.
Tamao. I don't have pictures of these people yet. So, I have
I heard
Miyagenda,
tomato.
I have Kiro Sobe. I got their pictures. But otherwise...
Can we see Tomato? I'm gonna call her that from now on. She's her name. now.
We'll call
Not
it
tomato, not tamago.
Tomato, Tamago.
Well, I mean, it doesn't look like a she or anything, but
give me
This
one
is
second. I gotta put these up.
Miyagenda?
Yeah, that is Karosobi, but it's not out there for the people to see. I gotta put it out there for the
Asobe.
people to see.
Okay.
all right.
Tomato.
This is... I gotta put everybody in the right square. People are in the wrong square. It's no good.
Well, shame on you, Mr. Ill-Prepared.
There we go. Boom. There it is. There's Karo Isobe and view token artwork. And there is, boom, Miyagenda. All right. So if anybody wants to ask these people any questions, if you have any like things you want to know about the family, about the city, about plans, anything like that, now's a great time to do that.
How fancy was the dinner? Did you say?
Pardon?
How
Multi-course.
fancy was the dinner? Did you say?
Oh, it's like a 3-course meal.
Okay, so it's pretty fancy.
Yeah.
Not like super fancy, but it's up there.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
You got the little trays with the three. You get the little things with the 3 trays on it that have the little different things. Yeah.
Yeah, Kuronagi is like a little in heaven. Did they get her favorite? Her little like red bean paste balls.
I'm sure there's like red bean paste treats for dessert, but it's freshwater fish.
That makes sense.
For the main,
Rivers.
yeah. In
Okay,
a hearty sauce on rice.
I this is player comment, not character. Gee, the last time we had a meal this nice, it was blood speakers feeding us.
And
It
the
was.
fish was drinking blood in that swamp.
And yet,
should have
both
been drinking
Mosasaur and
it.
myself found it completely delicious.
So Corey, I want to do a quick culture check, if you don't mind my saying so, because I am wondering if I should talk with either Miyagenda or Asobe about his giri, if it's what's the right word? Appropriate.
This is appropriate. This is the exact right time.
Okay.
This is what this is here for.
Okay.
Ooh,
All right,
I now
so-
have 2 boxes marked.
Oh boy, I have to wonder what that's all about. So,
Well, they both have come from you, so thank you, Matt.
You can actually make the check.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't say that it has to be making a check. It
Mhm.
has to be Matt asks about something of Rokugan culture for one of them.
That is
Well, there you
correct.
okay, all right.
You got that on the bingo card.
All right, so Daisuke will, ask Kaeru Sobi and Miyagenda. Was it Miyagenda? I didn't
Miyagenda.
write it down. Yes. Okay. So he asked them both about what he can do to repair the fracture that's happened with the Kaeru family, with the Dokugeru and the come on, what was it? Boseki.
Well, Miyagenda will defer to Kero Asobe on these matters since this is kind of his thing. And he says, the fracture in our family is quite deep right now, especially between the Dokugero and the Boseki. It seems that the faction of the Kero family that has decided to stay with the Mia are being ignored right now because of the upcoming war. So, in the past, this city of the Rich Frog, has been the focal point of many wars. And the Kaeru have been the caretaker of this city, no matter whose hand it was said to be in. And the Kaeru have also worked as mercenaries in these wars. And when one group misuses the city, it's always been the Kaeru's job to make sure it changes hands to a better place. When the Mia got put in charge to stop all of the wars, there was... Give me one moment. Gotta look this up. Yes. There was a man named Kaeru Yuito, who thought this was the perfect opportunity to legitimize the Kaeru. I am a follower of Yuito. He convinced us to join the Mia, but unfortunately, it caused this schism. And some people still, they don't believe that we're ready to be an imperial family. They believe that we were always best when we were on the ground with the people. doing, you know, the things we've always been doing, being mercenaries, being merchants, creating the rich and the rich frog, as it were, whether that was through legitimate or corrupt means.
So
Right.
to understand what he's saying that the Kaeru married into the Mia family, right? And that caused like a divide among the different branches of the Kaeru. Is that
They
right?
didn't marry into the Mia family.
They
They swore fealty to the Mia family.
Okay, they swore fealty. Got it.
So they are a sub-family now of the Mia.
Got it.
So what has happened currently is, because war is coming, there is a great deal many of these people who wish to escape. And the Dokugaru are trying to facilitate that for very high prices. They are making sure that they are dominating in the way of refugee transport.
So they're trafficking in human misery.
Exactly. They are trafficking in the desperation of people right now, which is something the old Kaeru might have done before we became the Mia. The Boseki want this to stop. They want to make sure that every single person who lives in the Rich Frog stays in the Rich Frog. War be damned. Why they want this? Maybe they feel like it's their power base is the people, or maybe they have some more. I have no idea why, but it seems like they are sabotaging the Dokugaru and their attempts to get refugees out, which is only driving prices up to get on boats to get out of the Rich Frog. Maybe this war is actually an alliance between the two factions in order to drive up prices and then share the profits. I wouldn't know.
Sounds like quite a difficult conundrum. Ugh.
I would be happy to welcome in any Dokugero or Boseki who wish to become part of the Kaeru family again. The real Kaeru family. The one that's here with the Mia. The one that owes its salvation to Kaeru Yuito, the wise frog.
Well, I remember last I heard when we were talking with them last time we were here, they considered themselves the real Kaeru. So I wouldn't know how to well work around that issue. Probably because their ideals are not aligned with the main Kaeru family.
Divided loyalties always causes issues.
I do have ears to the ground still, and I do know who is heading up the different factions. The man in charge of the Boseki is a man named Rancid Yoimachi. Rancid Yoimachi.
Rancid?
Rancid Yoimachi, yes.
And they're in charge of the Boseki?
Yes.
Yoimachi?
Yoimachi.
Yoimachi, okay.
Yoimachi. He is... I would describe him as a... how would I say it? How would Corey say it? Is what I'm trying to say. He's How would you describe a vampire? He seems like
Bloodthirsty.
Huh?
Bloodthirsty, terrified of garlic bread. Pale.
He is
European.
pale. He is a very pale man. He's a pale man who he tugs at your soul. When you are around him, you will feel despair. You will feel the cold grip
He's an energy
on
vampire.
your soul. Whether he is some supernatural creature or whether he has just created some sort of technique, I do not know. But I do remember when he was born. And he is, from what I know, 100% human.
And he is, from what I remember, always been a energy vampire.
Obviously, he's a
Sucks the
changeling.
life out of the room even as a baby. Everyone was looking around going, oh, fuck this baby. Not this baby again.
He's like, behold the vampire baby! Everybody falls down dead except for the person holding him. The person holding him is like, did you make a boom boom? Did you make
What's supposed to have been a joyous moment for the mother when the baby is laid upon her chest afterwards, she just kind of went, oh, this.
You just kissed a boom boom,
What I
baby.
was expecting.
You're not getting any sugar from me tonight. You just kissed a boom boom, baby.
Oh my god.
Anyways, he said, yeah, he was a fine person growing up as a kid, but he is now part of the Boseki. He leads them. He did so by getting rid of the previous person in charge of the Boseki. So that's all I know about him currently. He used to be a
Last person who was
fine.
in charge of the second was the guy that I made a deal with, wasn't it?
Yeah. Dead.
Uh-oh.
That guy is dead and gone. Rancid Yomachi is the guy in charge. And the Dokugaru have some hidden leadership, but the person you need to talk to, the person that looks to be actually running everything while the hidden leadership kind of runs it in name only. You're looking for a person named Kaeru Numachiko.
Isn't that name familiar?
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
dealt with her before.
What was her name? Kaeru
Kaeru Numachiko.
Yumichiko?
Nume.
Numa.
I was like,
Numa.
isn't Carrie Chica the lady that talked to us after we had the fight with the Dokugaru?
And there she is, wearing a red kimono with yellow polka dots.
Yep, her spotted frogs.
Mm-hmm. Her
Oh,
spotted
she looks
frog
like a
kimono.
joy to be around.
She was the first
I mean,
one.
I like the way how intense her eyes are, but she's got a cross eye.
I know, it's
It's
AI
AI.
art. It's all AI art. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm
No,
sorry.
I think it adds a little character to her that she has a cross eye.
I mean,
people always made fun of her when she was growing up, but now she gets evil.
We should have an interaction with her where she like stares down one of us, and our characters just can't focus on one eye. It's like just pick an eye, just focus on
And
one
then
eye.
she stabbed one of us.
She's like a frog. You know, they have different, like, googly eyes, like in different directions.
that's a
Is
chameleon that
frog
does
trait?
that.
I
Like,
don't know.
That's
Her eyes
wall-eyed.
just go in googly eyes.
But yeah, I do use AI art for all of the NPCs because I'm making a lot of NPCs, and I don't make a lot of money doing this. So join the Patreon.
Disgusting.
But all of our character art, all of the art for the PCs is made by Matt. Thank you, Matt, for all of the cool PC art.
You're welcome. I wish I could do a little better.
You're
I'll get there
perfectly fine.
eventually.
It's perfectly fine, my friend.
She was
Yeah,
the one
Matt,
that was
it is
mad at
leagues
us.
better than any of the rest of us could do, even working together.
So that is the state of the queue right now for you, Matt. Are there other questions that need to be asked?
There's an important question that I have, but I don't know how to breach the, like, so you guys have become irrelevant in the government and no longer have the ear of the emperor. What's that about? How do you feel about that? How did that happen? But I don't know how to breach that topic over dinner.
Yeah.
Culture check.
Courtesy?
Yeah, you can make a culture
Yeah.
courtesy or I'm sorry, a culture or courtesy check if you want. I'm fine with that. And I'll give you some answer. I'll give you a TN2, and if you don't make it, you'll lose honor equal to the shortfall for a breach of courtesy. Otherwise, you'll be totally fine.
Okay. Because I'm just
Yeah, you
like,
just gotta say it
uh-oh.
politely.
I just have to say it politely. Yeah. That shouldn't be too hard. Doesn't matter what ring I use.
You're trying to be polite, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking at the wrong stuff. It's this little book icon here. You're not trying to trick anybody. Earth sounds good. Water sounds good. And void sounds good. Any one of those.
Okay. I'll do water. Okay. A little stressful.
Gives
but-
you a little bit of strife, but you make it. Okay. You make a roll. You bring up the fact that, now that the lion are in charge, what are you going to do, and how do you think it came to this, right?
I'm also trying to breach the topic of specifically that we've been getting missives directly from the Emperor, and they do not seem to be coming from the Mia family. Like, the Mia don't seem to have involvement in these orders. So what's happening at that level? Do they know, and can they tell us?
Yes.
Do they have any idea?
So, Miyakito will speak up. He says, yes, in fact, I came from the Imperial capital here in hopes of getting away from all of that political machinations. I know what's going on, and it's not great. So in most of high-level positions, the Atomo, the Mia, and the Seppin are being replaced. The Seppin were traditionally the house guards. They are the police force. And those were kind of the first things to go. The Gozoku wanted their own people to be the police, and whatever bad things that they were doing, they didn't want anybody to know about. So getting rid of the police, that was their first goal. The second is they needed to control information, and that's us. That's the Mia. The Atomo control the bureaucracy of the Empire, and you just simply can't dismantle that without things really breaking, so they're being a little more careful with that. But yeah, so it was a slow process. We didn't even know it was happening until they executed their plan. But the Mia we haven't been forced out of the Imperial capital, but there's nothing for us to do.
So they haven't been forced out of the capital officially, but they have retreated because they no longer have any
Political power.
Okay.
Right. And the political power has been replaced with the crane, the scorpion, and the lion. And a lot of this, there have been a lot of political marriages with Atoma, with Mia, and they use those political marriages to kind of flip the script and reverse things.
Do you know who's pulling the strings behind all of this?
The same people that you outed with your interrogation of Kitsu Satoru. So we know the people now.
But we never found out who was the ringleader.
Yeah, we did.
We found out that they were known as the Sage
Between the Stars.
We don't know who that person is.
That
That's
was my
right.
next question. Was going to be to ask them if they've heard of this person.
Well, I'm not sure who the Sage Between the Stars is. In fact, this whole business with the sages was new to me. I did not know that there were sages living within Shinneman Forest. If the sages all know each other, maybe one of them could point you in the right direction. But how to contact them? That might be hard to do. You'll probably need some sort of magical assistance. The unicorn or the dragon could help you in that, probably.
From
Or-
the unicorn or the dragon. No, we said-
Or maybe even if you have some ties to your own clan in the crane and the scorpion that you can trust, you might want to go speak with them as well. I know Moshisora is part of the Centipede clan, and I know there's a small delegation that is visiting their allies with the Dragonfly in the Dragon District.
You said magical assistance from the unicorn or the dragon?
Yeah, the unicorn of the Dragon Clan. Because
Yeah, considering the lion
I
probably
didn't know
would
the
not
unicorn are particularly magical. So
They have
that's
the
why I thought
Yuji and
you
the-
might have. I
and
thought
the
you might have said
Ryuji.
phoenix, and I got crazy and I misheard.
Do you know if there are any scorpion here?
yes. There are small groups of scorpion that visit dragon territory and lion territory right now, which was weird historically, but now it seems like the lion and the scorpion are a little more friendly. So I would assume that there are some scorpion within the lion district, but usually the dragon in dragon district house a contingent of scorpion clan who live here and keep an eye on the city.
Do you know if there are any Shushuro in the city?
No, I don't know them personally.
Okay.
But I'm sure the Lord of the Dragon, the Lord of Dragon District can help you out with that. And that is Miramoto Fujioka.
We've heard that name too, haven't we?
You have.
I believe they were the same one from previous, right? Wasn't that
I would
Miramoto
expect
the
so.
one who was here before?
He wasn't here in Rich Frog.
Where did we hear that name before? When
Oh,
did that come
I
up?
remember. It was at the wedding, wasn't it?
Right. And what did he do at the wedding?
I have notes. Give me a second. I have to go back to my notes.
You probably have
So
equipment
long
that he
ago.
gave you.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, was that the guy that
He
they
was a diamond
gambled
mine
with?
owner, and we had a bag of diamonds
Oh
that we
God,
got
was
from
he
him.
that guy that Naurin gambled with that he was
Yes.
kind of flirting with?
That's him.
Oh God. I didn't know he was that important.
Miyamoto
I thought he was some random
Fujioka.
dude that I challenged to a game. I forgot.
No, that was he was a daimyo of a province that had diamond mines.
I forgot about that.
Yep, I have it written down.
Holy crap.
I think we all also had the general impression of genuinely a nice guy.
Of course, it is hard to get an audience with him. You might want to speak with the Dragonfly Lord currently, Tambo Casa.
Tunbo Casa.
Tambo Casa. She is basically one of the gatekeepers to Dragonlands and the gatekeeper to talking to Miyamoto of Fujioka. But if you do know Fujioka, like you said, if you've been if you have a history with him, perhaps they'll just let you come see him.
Perhaps.
But I do know he is extremely wealthy and decided he wanted to be Lord of Dragon District this year because he knew that's where action was going to happen. He's come to talk to me and told me he knows action is going to happen here and he wants to be part of it. He's here for some glory. And he's looking forward to it.
Perhaps he might be a good ally if he's interested in glory. What could be more
Or he
glorious?
could be a great impediment.
Well, then perhaps we should get him on our side before anyone else can sway him one way or the other.
One way to look at it.
The Lord of Unicorn District is also new. Apparently, Moto Minomen had to give this man a position of power to placate him. It is Shinjo Akiji.
Oh, god damn it.
Who's that guy? I don't
Her
remember.
ex.
Yeah, that was one we had to stop from ruining the wedding, if I'm not mistaken.
And you had to promise him a good position that gave...
Power.
Yeah.
The one that I lied to, remember, and
Oh.
dressed up like,
Wasn't that the guy
Nomen?
that James got into a fist fight with?
No, that was somebody else, I think.
No, I think that was him.
No, that was a wrestler from outside the Unicorn
Are you
clan.
sure? I thought he was bad-mouthing Motonomen and you got into a fist fight with him.
No, he's the wrestler guy. He's the guy who threw you around.
Oh,
Yeah,
that is
he
it?
is
that
that
is-
guy.
yeah.
He's that guy.
Yeah,
Yeah. He's that
And then as soon
belligerent...
as the name is said, Young So's hand covers his face and he just lowers his head.
Akiji is A-K-I-J-I.
A-K-I-J-I. Yes. Akiji.
He was Akiji what?
Shinjo.
Shinjo.
Shinjo Akiji.
Shinjo Akiji.
I remember this asshole.
Yeah, this guy. Not this guy.
Naren visibly winces.
There are a contingent of crab within Unicorn District as well to be political liaisons to the Unicorn during this time. And the Fox Clan has are visiting as well, including their daimyo Kitsune Hataki Keyama.
Was that the one that taught us dances?
Yes, that's the one that taught you dances.
Very useful dances
Oh.
for us, and a very nice, if off, person.
Wait, Uenoyama?
Hata...
He-
It's Hatakeyama, yes.
Atakeyama.
Yes.
Oh, I had it written down as Uenoyama. Uenoyama. I don't know why that was Atakoyama.
Hatakeyama, yes. He has named himself a mountain. That is what he... But yeah, he says most minor clans, sometimes they don't get invited to Winter Court. Sometimes they do. So since he was not invited to Winter Court, he decided to come and support the Unicorn, since the Fox Clan used to be part of the Unicorn once upon a time.
Good people.
Oh, it's a Fox Clan member?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
The
Kitsune.
one that
Kitsune.
taught us the candle dance that kept us
He's
from
the-
getting into serious trouble underneath.
Tsuneyama. Oh, okay. I thought it was somebody
Kitsune
else entirely. Okay.
Hatakeyama.
Yes.
Wait, what?
Kitsune
Kitsune
Hatakeyama.
Hatakeyama. That's what it is.
You gotta be bathroom.
Takeyama. Okay. And he's the leader of the Kitsune family here?
Kitsune family. Yes. The Fox clan, in fact.
And the fox and the crab clan are in the Unicorn District. They're visiting.
Yeah, they're all in Unicorn District. They are ostensibly allies with the Unicorn. So, right now, they're thick as thieves. Who knows how that may change in the future?
Okay, and the crab leader of the delegation was what?
It's it's the person you were coming with, actually. It's Kune.
Katsuhisa?
Yeah, Kamekishi. Kune Kamekishi.
Kamekishi.
She's your contact with the crab here.
Uh,
She's the interrogator.
okay. Not the lady with the tarantula then.
Not the lady with the tarantula. In fact, she was held hostage in Unicorn Land, so she is with Moto Minomen right now, which you will see as soon as winter breaks
Yay.
to spring.
She was cool.
I
She
didn't
had,
know they were holding
her pet was
hostage.
named Melon.
I forgot that. Why were they holding her hostage? I thought we were working with them to get
Yes!
her here.
On the honor of the Kuni Daimyo, then everything that we did down in Crablands was like secure, basically. That was like a sign that you can trust us.
Exactly. So here's the thing: you guys didn't know who was Gazoku and who wasn't. The Kuni said,
Oh, she volunteered. I remember. She volunteered to stay so that we would trust her, that we weren't being sent into a trap.
Mm-hmm.
I remember now.
That's right. So
Okay.
she volunteered to be a hostage. So she was a hostage, but she was a willing hostage.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. I didn't think about her being a hostage technically, so I was confused. But I get it now.
He spiked the punch. Very useful dances. You definitely didn't forget about that at a crucial moment.
Someone remembers that we did not remember that relevant little piece of information. Yes.
This is the final season of the Shadow Empire series. So all of these moments from all of the past things are all going to come back full circle. And
Yeah, what Corey's saying is stick around so you can see what other shit we forget.
I wrote a lot of notes and I posted them in our Discord, so hopefully I've covered a lot of ground
yes.
there.
Since I'm taking a vacation to clean my house this week, I'll probably have all the old seasons playing in the background.
That's probably smart.
Okay, so are there any other questions that you have for the Mia family or for the Kaeru family?
We got a rundown of everybody who's here.
We never found out what was going on with that blood speaker. That never came up again.
In the Dragonlands.
Yeah.
I would like to ask him about it,
But how do
we
you-
snuck that information out of his room.
I know.
So us knowing it might be like
That is problematic to bring
I
that
know.
up, especially at dinner time. This one is like,
hey, you remember when we stole shit from your room, buddy?
I think he doesn't. He doesn't.
You what?
But if anyone can figure out a way how to ask if they've heard about any trouble in Dragonlands, it would probably be Kuronagi. And see if he broaches the subject, but probably not, I guess.
I don't know
Considering
why.
it was dangerous information at the time.
I don't know why. But I feel like that information was a plot point we were supposed to catch during the
Earlier?
first season, and that it was gonna set up the fact that Moshi Sora had a sister who was a blood speaker. That is my intuition.
so there was always going to be a contingent of blood speakers in the Shinman Forest. That was always the case. It being Moshi Sora's duplicate was something I made after Sasha said, that one of the sages has to be like
hot enough that Kuronagi would want to fuck them.
yeah. Kuronagi has to want to fuck one of the sages, and I was like, done and done.
Guess how?
The whole reason this happened, and Moshi Sora has a twin sister now, is because Tarek was making fun of me because Naurin banged the Sage of Thorns, mercilessly making fun of me.
Sage of Flowers. Like to bang on top of Thorns.
And I told Corey that he needed to make a sage that Tarek's character would want to bang so that he would have to leave me alone. So,
I'm true to the one and only Moshi Sora, baby.
Apparently.
But if Sora's sister wanted to do something on the side, just
hit me up.
So it's kind of like a retro. It's kind of like a retcon, but like there was really nothing. There was really nothing said about it, anyways.
Yeah,
so,
but it was probably still a lead-in for that same character. Put it that way.
Exactly. So like, there is now information about that can be gleaned in this adventure, and there's a lot of information about that can be gleaned in this adventure. If you can bring it up in the right way. I don't know if this dinner is the right way to do it, though.
Yeah, I think it's probably better left for another time. I would like to know about the status of the lion in the city. Kuronagi will ask basically, given the prevalence of the lion in the city and their grab for power, do you feel like it is a completely unsafe place to be for us? Knowing how we humiliated them previously and
Several times.
Mitsuo himself having a grudge against us?
So he will say that Mitsuo is definitely in charge now. He's not only the Lord of Lion District, he is now called himself the Lord of the governor of the city. How much power he has to do anything is limited, though, since I control the guards. I control like the governor's house. So I'm pretty much going to be governor until I have to leave in the spring. But in Lionlands, he might pull some shenanigans on you. He might try to imprison you, in which case I will have to pull some strings to get you out. I may have to make some concessions to do that. If you go into Lionlands, I suggest you bring some other people along. Unicorn or dragon. If there's going to be a big fight, then the Lion do not have enough people in Lion District to police all of Dragonland and Unicornland. They don't even have enough to police their own district, since I was using my Nia and Kaeru resources to police all the districts anyways.
And I doubt the Unicorn would let them anyway.
So I believe that the plan was to have the Unicorn clan champion come to Winter Court and that they would just deal with her there. But she did not come, and now they're calling an audible, and now the Rich Frog City is part of this entire
Gambit.
Yeah, this entire gambit.
Motonomen. Yeah.
Okay.
Motonomen. And now the city is part of their gambit, and they are working as much as they can to make this plan work, but they don't have the people here, and that's probably why one of the other reasons this is going to be war here in this city. Why the city might become a battleground itself.
Can I ask, what about this city is so strategically important for the Gozoku that they are desperate to overtake it? Is it just a stepping stone in their plan, or is there something about this city that we do not understand that makes it crucial for
Shipping
them?
lanes,
So yeah, this
territory close to unicorn lands and dragon lands. It is a
if you want to invade Unicorn Lands and take Unicorn Lands, you will need this city. It is a water route. It is a place where you can get more supplies and more men in quickly. You can even do that during winter times because you got here during winter times. This river doesn't freeze up totally during the winter.
and it damn near runs the length of the empire,
It's
at least from north to south, quick way through the mountain.
it's not as important as the River of Gold, but it is the second most important river in all of Rokugan, and the most important river for the dragon and the unicorn. And this is the most important. Maybe Toshirambo is pretty important too, but this is one of the more important cities on the
map.
on this trade route.
And if the crane and the lion are allies at this point, then Toshirambo becomes less important.
And
Because
the lion are still stung from their defeat in Unicorn Lands by the unicorn, and this might be their time to enact that kind of retribution.
This is also one of the few major cities of trade that is not, until this moment, controlled by any of the big clans.
It really isn't. I mean, there are some imperial holdings, but this is the second largest. Of course, Odo Sanuchi is the largest, and this is the second largest of the imperial holdings when it comes to cities.
Naren wants to ask, do you know anything about how the Boseki got their hands on black powder enough to blow up the docks, the boathouses?
He says that is a mystery. He thinks it might be the fireworks people. There was a man in charge of that. What was his name? I didn't give him an NPC sheet.
I don't think you did.
He's in my notes actually.
You've been doing additional work I don't know of. Shouldn't be surprised.
Rishi Kumar. His name is Rishi Kumar. In fact, the Mia Genda says there was a guy, I don't know his name. He brings forth a servant. He asks him. The guy goes, gets that information, comes back and says it.
Iuchi?
No, Rishi.
Rishi Kumar.
Rishi.
Okay.
Rishi Kumar.
That's like an Indian sounding name. Is that a Rogani name?
No.
That's definitely a foreign name.
He's a foreigner.
It's Gaijin. It's Gaijin for sure.
Ooh, spicy.
I mean, he makes things that blow up.
For you.
Sounds like a name that came from the Ivory Kingdom.
True. Definitely Gaijin. You would remember the Ivory Kingdom names, considering that guy in that other game.
Yeah, Bashir.
Bashar.
The slave trader.
Bashar's from the Kamari lands, I believe. He's a Kamari.
No, not your character. The character from the other game. Remember the original game we played, where there was the slave trader.
Oh yeah, the guy from
in Fortisland.
What's it called? Slow Tide Village.
Slow Tide Harbor.
Slow Tide Harbor. Yeah, that was one of the first L5R campaigns we ran.
That was during the first first.
That's Walk on War.
First one I ever played.
Mm-hmm. It was good.
I miss Tatsuo. He had some crazy abilities.
Any other questions before we end dinner?
Wait.
Can I
Rishi, not Raha. Okay.
Rishi? Can I
Never mind.
during the dinner? Can I have been pumping Matt full of alcohol?
Oh God.
What do you mean
For what
pumping him
reason?
full?
Just giving him a bunch of like sake, as much sake as I
So
can.
Kuranagi's on one side, and Youngso's on the other, and whenever either one of us notices Daisuke's cup is empty, one of us pours for him.
Narin is eyeing Kuranagi's like red bean
Antics.
kind of forlornly.
Matt, it's up to you whether you want to get drunk or not.
Like
Whether your character
Yeah,
wants
he's
to
paying
get
attention.
It'd be kind of a funny story thing where, like, Daisuke is like, in the discussion, and he's not paying attention whether or not his cup is full. He's just like taking sips at it. So it'd be kind of funny until he
You're
starts
getting
doing the buzz. He's like,
It's the
Oh,
never
you.
emptying cup.
All right, by the end of the dinner, you can have the intoxicated trait.
Do you guys have bingo that Daisuke gets drunk?
No.
I don't think so. I think I think Terra just likes to cause
Kuranagi poisoned someone.
I didn't poison anybody. Okay, that's not. I didn't get you alcohol
It's
poisoning.
light, but it's
I
light,
did
but-
make the
Technically,
distinction.
alcohol is a poison.
I when we made the bingo cards, I gave the distinction that alcohol poisoning does not count.
Yes, exactly,
Dang it!
exactly.
Screw you, Corey.
Wait, it'll happen sooner or later.
It
It's my
will happen
goddamn
sooner or
job.
later. Just wait. Just be more
both
patient.
You know it will.
Kuranagi and Narin carry poison on them, but like different amounts. Like, just don't try to eat any of the makeup Narin has, because then.
And
you
also,
might
don't
get
try
really
to
sick.
eat any of the sweets in Kuranagi's bag. Not because they are poison, but because she will kill you
With
if you steal her
poison.
treat.
Yeah,
Well-
Narin carries diluted like poisons, and Kuranagi carries poisons
Yeah.
that will murderize a man.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, the dinner was lovely. After the dinner, you are shown. Everybody gets separate little rooms. They're not big, but they are very comfortable. You get your own futon and your own four walls and a little what are they called? Wardrobe. And y'all can rest for the night. I want to ask, everybody except for Matt can do this because Matt is intoxicated. You can spend a void for something that might happen or something that will happen that you can be a part of. Whether this is good or bad for you, I can't say. But if you want to spend a void, I will
And
allow
have
you
a
to spend
thing
a void
happen.
to
I
have
like-
a thing
you
happen.
want the drama?
I like drama.
Yeah, you can't.
I'm
did you offer
spending
this
a
to
void.
Matt? Because you can't off, or is it to all of us?
Everyone but Matt, because
Everyone
Matt's
but
drunk.
Matt. Or
Yeah,
you
because I was sabotaged by a teammate.
Do you think that if
You could have just been
offer
like, I'm not
you
gonna
can
drink that fast.
role play at the cost of a void point, that
funny.
even if it's bad,
Yeah.
we would say anything but yes.
Yeah. Matt, does your character try to lighten themselves of
You
the
asked me if he
intoxication?
needs to pee?
No.
Sure. Like once he kind of realizes that you've just been pouring the sake, he's like,
Sounds like you're asking me.
"Do you
I
need
asked you specifically whether you wanted to play along or not. You said yes.
Yes, I
You're
played
drunk.
along. I played
There is
along.
no going back on that.
Yes, yes,
You can't
I
there's
know,
nothing
I
that will
know.
intoxicate
Tarek's
you
meaning
other
is maybe
than
you
time.
show up because you went to the bathroom or something.
No, puking. I'm saying you
Oh.
want to lighten your
Oh,
load.
no, not puking.
Triggering his uncleanliness disadvantage,
Yeah,
and then he just
exactly.
starts puking more. He can't stop.
Vicious cycle.
Get
Yeah,
another
right.
void point, Daisuke.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, spend and void.
So everybody spent a void, right?
I spent
Right. Okay. So as you guys are walking through the halls, you do hear the voices of Miyagenda and Kaeru Sobe. So the
Oh,
question
yeah.
is, do you want to eavesdrop on them?
Yes. Kuranagi has a compulsion for secrets. Of course she's going
you have
to
to.
eavesdrops. She has good hearing, though, so she can stay a little bit further away and in the shadows so that she doesn't get caught.
So
But
you
you
can make
do.
a skullduggery roll using air, and Tarek Kuranagi can use your special ability. Crystal and Sasha, you can try as well. But if you guys have too much of a shortfall, you will be found out, and the entire thing might blow up.
I'm
If I was
Like,
still with the
Naurin and
group,
Kuranagi are
I would,
very
I
used
would
to
definitely make
working-
Kuranagi. Sorry, go ahead, Sasha.
Naurin and Kuranagi are very used to working in tandem. Naurin knows that Kuranagi has very good ears and is a freak for secrets. So I could literally just stand aside and let her do her thing.
You
and
can do that.
I'm
Yep.
pretty confident that she will inform me. Like, I'll even use the bond advantage to be like, you want to go find out, and I'll wait. Like, because Naurin may be a hindrance rather than an asset.
What about Moshisora?
I'm not gonna go check it out. I would probably just stumble over something and fall in front of their feet.
Okay.
Naurin and Sora will be
You
chatting.
do
over
know
that.
you do know what's happening. You do know that the unicorn and scorpion are going to go eavesdrop. I think that's going to be kind of the end of the scene for you guys until they come back. Like the void gives you the opportunity to know about this stuff and that it's happening. And okay,
Can I add a fun little character interaction moment? If Daisuke was still with the group when we were going to our rooms, would it be okay if Daisuke kind of used Kuronagi like before they heard the voices, just like kind of leaning on Kuronagi because he knows at that point that she made him drunk during the dinner, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna use you as support.
Matt, clarification. I also was involved in filling your cup.
Okay, and I'll use the two shorties for
To-
support before they drop me on the floor.
and of course they load your as you're leaning over them, they pilfer all of your koku and load you down with contraband.
No,
And then pass you off to Naurin.
Naughty, DM.
Okay, it is going to be a TN3 air skullduggery check. If you have a shortfall of more than one, they will see you, or they will understand that they are being eavesdropped upon.
Woo! That's a lot of dice.
By the way, you will be losing a rank of honor for this as well.
Not surprised.
All right, looks like both of them are successful.
I will use my opportunity to learn one of the people who are talking's demeanor or strife. Or sorry, demeanor and strife.
Okay. Kaeru Asobe has 6 strife currently, and his demeanor is gruff. And he has 6 strife because he's talking pretty candidly with me Genda. And he says, he's like, Genda-sama, you told the lion that you were taking all of the Kaeru with you. And he's like, and he says, well, of course I have to. He's the governor now. This is no longer imperial territory, and he gets to set those rules. And he's like, and Kaeru Asobe says, this is Rich Frog City. This city is my blood. I cannot leave. I cannot ask my family, my people, to leave. There is no way I can join you. And Genda says, you swore an oath to the Mia family. You swore an oath to follow my orders. You need to trust me. Trust that I have your family's best interest at heart. And Asobi says, I don't know if I can do that right now. Was it a mistake to follow the wise frog? Were the Dokugero and the Boseki correct that we should have stayed independent agents? Because now here I am, forced to abandon my home, the place where my ancestors lived and died. And it says, I need to think about this. I understand your thoughts and your misgivings. I understand your passion. We have until the spring thaw to make this right. However we can do it. I want you to take this time to consider all of the possibilities, and I will as well. So this is the worst place that me and my family could be in right now. I thought the Imperial family were going to give us security, and they have done nothing but the opposite. And you hear the door close. And that's what you overhear.
Delicious.
You're eating that secret cupcake?
Yeah, delicious cupcakes.
Funny enough,
Just
I
kind of
actually still have
smile at
some sweets I
Kuranagi for a
brought in
moment as we
Shingen
slip
Forest.
away, knowing how much Kuranagi's enjoying this.
Kuranagi is happy to have overheard this. She will make her way quietly back to her or to the group's area, sleeping area, and immediately slip into Naren's room.
Okay. Youngso, I guess Moshisora is waiting patiently for whatever.
I said that Sora was invited to be chatting with Naren, so she could totally be there right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we were kind of low-key waiting for them to come back and give us the deal.
All right.
So
I'm not just gonna like stand there and scuff my toes. We'll be hanging out.
Naren makes like a really bland tea because she's not all that great at making tea.
Barley
She's not a
tea.
great conversationalist, so it's just like awkward tea
So
drinking.
you said that was a loss of 1 rank of honor?
It's a loss of whatever your rank of honor is. So if you're at
So if
60,
you're at like 60, lose 6.
yeah, if you're at 61, lose 6. If you're at 73, lose 7. You know.
Yep, just getting that set.
Okay, so Kuranagi comes into the room, slides the door open, slowly shuffles inside, waits a couple seconds to see if Youngso is coming behind her.
Youngso's waiting at the door for an invite because it is the ladies' rooms, and he's not going to enter without a direct invite.
Naren is young, so
But he
behind
is
you.
obviously standing there waiting
Kuranagi
for
just
one.
puts her face out and is like, "Are you going in or out? You're letting the heat out."
Slip
Yeah.
in.
Come on.
Slides the door closed quickly.
Fucking Daisuke in the other room, like passed out on the floor, being like, blah, blah, blah.
Lights. Kuranagi goes, "Lights out."
Puts the little saucer thing on the candle. Do we
So,
really have to be in the dark for
what
this?
do you want to know? How much do you want to know?
Well, is it important? Then tell us.
It is important, but you'll be on your own recognizance, and I am not going to be responsible for the dictates of your conscience afterward.
I'm
Oh,
only
see,
going
she's
to
basically
gossip if you.
absolving herself. She's
I'm-
absolving herself of any loss of honor that y'all are going to take for listening to her story.
I'm only going to gossip if you guys say it's okay for me to gossip.
No, I'm only going to gossip if you swear that you're not going to take it out on me for being upset that your honor has been impugned for my eavesdropping.
I know exactly what you were doing.
We already knew you were eavesdropping. We were aware.
I think
Did you
we'll
learn
also
about
want
something
to
that
tell
I?
Daisuke
Did you learn
this
about something
too.
that I cannot be a part of?
It is something that you may wish to not know.
My God, you're being
So
so
I think
dramatic. right
Daisuke
now.
should know once he's sober.
I don't know that Daisuke could handle this news without informing on its details, but I suppose we can offer him that trust.
I think it'll affect what he is seeking to do here.
True, but if he lets slip that he knows this information, it could become very poor on the rest of us.
His lips have not slipped much in the past.
She looks at you like, what, do you have brain damage?
So does Naren.
Hence the much.
Right.
We haven't talked about the poop monster. Now, have we?
The
Only because Daisuke's afraid of poop.
Kaeru have been Genda has stated that he wishes all of the Kaeru to leave with him when spring comes and the lion take over the city.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, doesn't that put the rest of the Kaeru in a precarious position? One that some who have their heart set in the city could cause them to have issues with their loyalty.
Yes, well, Mia Genda already informed us that the Boseki do not wish anyone to leave the city.
And it would appear that some that wish to who chose to swear fealty to the Mia may also have misgivings.
Do you speak of Isobe or his
And-
whole or all of the Kaeru?
And his people, they wish to stay. This is their city. This is their home. Home they've only known.
It doesn't surprise me. Where else would they even feel welcome?
Perhaps nowhere besides at the Mia side here in the city. But if the Mia do not have the capability of protecting them or the city, well, that leads to very difficult decisions, doesn't it?
Of course.
It may lead someone like Isobe to question whether his loyalties truly reside with the Mia or if they reside with his family. The Boseki, if I remember correctly, were never truly Kaeru to begin with, but the Dokugeru have carried on the name of the Kaeru for some time. Or sorry, no, the Dokugeru are the ones who weren't officially members of the Kaeru, and the Boseki have carried on that name for some time.
Oh, you're that. So the Boseki totally got rid of the frog name, but
Yeah.
the Dokugeru still have
Are the
frog in their
poison
name.
frog.
Geru, Dokugeru.
But I had notes here that said that the thugs who call themselves, they are thugs who call themselves Kaeru, but have never officially been members of the family.
Oh,
The Dokugeru.
really?
Yeah. Maybe I flipped them and that was supposed to be the Boseki and not the Dokugeru.
They're all.
I don't know about that. I just remember that each of these little groups were saying they were the frog family.
They are, yeah. Each of them claim that they are the actual Kaeru family.
They are the
And that the
almighty
other
frog.
ones, like those people who claim to be Kaeru that are part of the Mia, they're Mia. They're not Kaeru. Those over there that call themselves Kaeru, but they're actually Dokugeru. They're something else now. They're not Kaeru. Those guys over there, they're not even Kaeru. They're Boseki. They're like, they got one foot in the grave now. They're not even they just want to kill everything because they can't have their way now. So they're not, but to themselves, they're all Kaeru. It's like, you guys are the Boseki, we're the Kaeru. You guys are the Doku, we're the Kaeru. You guys are the Mia, we're the Kaeru. And that's
Okay.
the state of things.
Then I will represent it as such. I won't say the thing that I said previously. But that leaves Isobe in the unenviable position of trying to reconcile with the other families, potentially, in order to keep them together.
Do you believe that his desire to stay in the city is strong enough that he might choose to bend to the lion instead of to the Mia?
I think
If
that
they would allow them to stay?
I think that depends on how Genda resolves the situation. And Genda is a astute governor and a gifted courtier. I am sure that given time, a resolution could be made. And I do believe that Genda has the best interest of the Kaeru at heart, especially Isobe. But I don't know if they will be able to reconcile the situation before Isobe reaches his breaking point. In order to do that, he may need some assistance. Or Isobe may need some convincing.
Out of character, is there a way for, like, a vassal family to renege on their, like, being part of the family
So it hasn't...
without it being, like, a war or something?
So a vassal family has... Well...
Wouldn't they have to be granted like full recognition by the emperor or something like that?
So a vassal family has become a regular family within the Phoenix. They had the spirit archers, the Kaito, I believe they're called, who are a vassal family that has gained basically main family acceptance now. And that's can be done through the clan champion.
The Kaeru situation could probably be analogous to my own character's family's thing. I am Hataru no Ido. Ide. Which means that the Hataru family is vassals to the Ide.
I was gonna bring you up, but it's not common knowledge what happened to your clan, or your family, and you can state what happened there. But like, I don't recall.
My fellow players are already fully aware of it, so
I don't recall a vassal family ever being given up by a main family, except through like a promotion or being raised up. There's never been a time that a vassal family, like, if a vassal family does bad before, like, for a punishment, they're usually just expunged. There's just like, okay, you can either be part of us and give up your family name, or we can kill you. And that's one way to do it.
and the Kaeru may be facing the same choice the Hataru did when the Kirin left Rokugan.
Yeah, when the Kirin
the
left.
Hataru stayed.
So for the Hataru family, the Kirin left Rokugan and came back as the unicorn, but a few unicorn families stayed behind. The Kitsune are one of them, and the Hataru are another one. but nobody knows that the Hetero stayed behind. They basically went into dragon territory and went underground. Like, they masqueraded as other people until the unicorn returned.
As simple
Unlike the Kitsune
villagers,
who tried
for the
to
most
hold the
part.
territory and then were kicked out by the lion.
Yeah, the Kitsune tried to hold unicorn territory, and the lion soundly defeated them and kicked them out. Yeah. So yeah, as for a vassal family, like, if there was a vassal family that was given up, like, actually given up, not in the records. I mean, it's not like it couldn't happen, but there's no precedent for it. And why would a main family want to give up people power? Like, what does that serve? Maybe it could serve honor, if you want to appeal to that and see how that works out. It could work.
Yeah,
But it
'cause-
could also get a bunch of people killed.
Basically, I guess the Mia are weak as shit, and yeah, they're ripe for more shenanigans on them. I mean, that could happen too. I mean, you could be putting the Mia in a very terrible situation by making them do such a thing.
Or
even
the Kaeru in a bad situation, because if those negotiations go poorly, they might all just have to commit seppuku, because families don't usually like people leaving them, especially if they're like, oh, this is a matter of honor, and the only way that we can appease our honor is by leaving. A lot of lords would just say, okay, well then kill yourself. If you don't like being under my rule, goodbye, here's your sword.
And you gotta think about this. The Kaeru family were a bunch of Ronin, just like random people who are fighters, and mercenaries,
like
and
Renazio.
mafia. How are they going to react to kill yourself?
Yeah.
They're not.
Exactly.
They're not the biggest honorable samurai to begin with.
Exactly.
We're gonna start a riot.
They might just be like, okay, well, we throw in our support with the Gazoku and the Lion Clan,
That's what I was
or
saying.
whatever else.
That's what I was saying. I was
Yeah.
like, are we sure that? How confident do we feel that they won't toss their chips in with the lion if the lion tell them that they get to stay
See,
and they're on the outs with me?
I think Kuranagi, though, she feels like they probably, or Isobe probably wouldn't, but that doesn't mean that the rest of them also wouldn't.
It's almost a running theme that vassal families are used for often less than honorable purposes.
I mean, the Kaeru explicitly. I mean, even in the real timeline where the Kaeru become part of the Lion, that is their whole purpose: is to be spies and assassins for the Lion Clan. So,
Just like the Hatru for the Ide.
Yeah.
That was Black Canon, by the way, original canon in which that happened.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty
That was the
late
original
in the canon
Black
too. I think it was one of the.
It was actually not super late. It was Gold Edition.
Was it?
So
Gold
it was pretty long standing. Yeah.
Mm.
That was back during the Totori dynasty,
I guess.
Clan Wars.
Did Miyagenda say that we could stay here at his estate, that we would, like, not just for tonight, but that we were, like, this was where we would be coming home to while we were in the city?
Yes.
I thought so, but I wasn't sure.
Yes.
Yeah, they
We
basically
are
said as
his
much.
personal guests for the winter.
Okay. Yeah. For all that might help us officially against gangs or the lion. On paper.
Let's just call them all what they are. Help us against the thugs.
Yeah.
I mean, if I open up the NPCs, let me see here.
Oh, you have a lot of NPCs called Thug?
Yeah, actually. There
Thug
you
1,
go.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
There.
10.
Boseki Thug.
What, is that a face tattoo or is he just bloody?
I
Because
think
it
he's
looks
bloody.
like
I know it's a little blurry. It's a little blurry.
It's pretty
just
bad.
looks like,
I mean, from the nose
Kaeru.
part, that's obviously bloody because it's on his
but up
kimono.
here,
But the upper part on his face could be a tattoo.
These all look like Ronin cards from the actual game.
These are Ronin cards from the actual game. That's why it's a little blurry. I
thought so.
think this one's all just the Boseki Thug is a little
Because that
is
thug looks like a Kaeru card. All he's missing is a Kaseru. Is a pipe. An
the
opium
pipe, yeah, that they smoke. So yeah, there you go. By the way, if you want to see,
right.
this is what I came up with for Rancid Yomachi.
Oh, that dude looks rancid.
He looks like he drinks milk.
Yeah,
There's
that's
a
milk.
certain subset of
Or perhaps
women out there
bathes
that would
in
be
it.
absolutely throwing themselves at it.
Oh, I should show the people at home what these guys were. So that's Rancid Yomachi. I didn't have the right. Here's the Boseki Thug for everybody watching at home, and or on your phone or however you're doing this. And there's the Dokugero Thug, and the Dokugero and the Boseki are official L5R art. I don't remember exactly where I got them from, but yeah, they're from somewhere, some card art or some book that I got them from. And Rancid Yomachi is AI generated.
I can't believe you called him rancid.
He's Rancid
He
Yoimachi.
looks like he drinks milk.
I mean, they're mafia guys. I gotta give them like names.
Tommy Two Nose.
That one gamer. Now we have
Jimmy
to
They have to
Fish.
approve of the nicknames. I'm sure he has like a sore spot for being called Rancid. It's like, who the hell is calling me Rancid? Everyone.
Maybe he
Well,
calls
fuck you,
himself
fuck you.
that because he thinks it sounds badass.
I mean, there's a band called
Guys
Rancid,
that
and
gives
they are
himself-
badass. So
He's one of those guys that gives himself his own moniker.
Yeah.
He's like, you shall call me Rancid, bleh.
I'm
Because I'm so bad.
Rancid Count.
you Rancid Yoimachi.
Count Iomachio or whatever.
I mean, what was the guy? He was Bloody Gone.
Bloody
Bloody
Hammer.
Hammer.
Bloody Hammer Gone. Yeah, that was the other guy that you killed.
Whoops.
Whoops!
Whoops. Whoops, Naurin.
I wanted to give him kind of
Had
like
to hold
cool
their
mafia
sleeve.
names, like Shorty Jones or Two Penis Johnny.
Nick the Greek.
Johnson Johnny.
We only got 2 gold.
Nick the Greek, who has not a drop of Greek blood in him whatsoever.
Gotta do a little Dick Tracy stuff in there. Prune face, flat top. By the way, I love Dick Tracy. I'm a Dick Tracy fan. Love the Dick Tracy stuff.
Love you some dick.
That's why he likes his Apple Watch so much.
This is my two-way radio that gets me to the commissioner. My radio watch. I want to pull out the big antenna.
If you like Crystal, are you like in the toilet and he's like radioing you on the Apple Watch, like, "Hey, I miss you." You know, long.
Nah, he doesn't do that.
I do like. So, you can use this as like a selfie cam for your iPhone. So I set up my iPhone and then I'll look through this and I'll take pictures of myself.
He means use it as a remote control.
A remote
That's
control.
that's such a millennial thing to do. Wow.
I like that.
Yeah,
I think that's
he tries to keep up with the youngins.
The youngins.
not
yeah.
that way. I like to keep up with technology, not with the youngins.
Keep
Liar.
up with the youngins
youngins
on
here.
technology.
Advice I was given long ago is that somebody who is 10 years or more younger than you is a youngin.
Yeah.
Anybody 10 years or older than you is an elder.
I'm
An
That's
olden.
fair.
look. I'm not
That's your-
skibbity. I'm not
You're
skibbity
doing
enough
that
to
for many of
be
you,
with the youngins.
Which means to you, Sasha, you're a youngin to me, and I'm an elder to you.
I do not have the Riz, okay? I'm just saying this right now. I'm unabashedly no Riz.
Yeah, but you got plenty of aura.
Why, thank you. I cultivate aura.
Oh my god. Stop talking. It's painful. Jesus Christ. I can't sit through this anymore.
I'm Steve Buscemi from 30 Rock. Hello, fellow kids.
If you have to talk about having aura, you don't have any aura, okay?
I
Old
don't?
man.
No, my
Oh,
aura!
no. He didn't say he had. I said he had.
My aura has returned to the constellations.
Turned to thunder.
Oh no.
Anyways, y'all can sleep for the night, wake up in the morning, and
Sure can.
make plans on what you're gonna do. Y'all got a couple weeks before spring break.
Yay.
What?
And then we can go down to Rocky Point and get high.
You have about a month before the spring thaw. So
More
you have goals, I assume, and things you want to do in the city, and you can eat your
Yes.
breakfast and get out there and
look
do
like
the
bears?
things. And Doji Daisuke no longer has the intoxicated trait; he has the hungover trait. But he drinks some nice tea and gets over that.
Hmm. As much as he could.
Hey, just have some plain rice. It's nice and gentle on your tummy.
Maybe do a meditation or fitness roll, and just to like keep my constitution, withstand everything.
Rice.
At breakfast, we offer him runny eggs.
There's fresh rice. You can add an egg to it and some cracked sesame on top, some soy sauce. Very delicious. They have some fermented soybeans if you want that for breakfast.
Natto.
I love natto. A lot of people don't like it, but I'm into natto. Into it.
I have no opinion, having never actually eaten it and being allergic to it. So
It's
That's understandable.
it's not hard to
Protein
tell
is-
that Naurin is excited to not be eating field rations and whatever we can fucking harvest off a cold forest floor.
Oh yay, grass for dinner.
This is it, Mr. Frodo. This is the farthest I've ever been from the Shire. If I take one more step.
This is the last of the lambus bread.
Oh no, my
Like-
biscuits went limp.
Naurin puts like a sweet in her mouth and you can see her eyes shine with a tear for just a second. A flash of emotion, and then it's gone.
I'm finally
She
back in a
tries to
city
go back down.
where I can go down to the corner store and pick myself up a Twix.
You're not you when you're
Um,
hungry. That's all I'm saying.
Youngso wants
Which
to
one should
head
I
into
select, the
Dragon
left or
District
the right?
by himself to find his uncle. Because I need to turn over some things and get some advice.
So you're going to go see your uncle. Do you know where your uncle is?
All I currently know from what you've given me is he's somewhere in the Dragon District.
That's correct. So who are you going to go see in
And
the Dragon District?
Considering
I would
all of us
probably
have
first
business in
start at
Dragon
the
District-
Tokuyama Sake house.
Considering all of us have business in the Dragon District, maybe you can go see your uncle, and the rest of us will go try to see the other dude McGuy.
Other dudes.
Dude McGuy.
I
The
also
Guy.
have business in the Dragon District with my mummy.
Ooh, family drama. Does Sora want company, or is she gonna slink off alone?
I should probably do it alone.
Fair enough.
Emotep.
Mama drama.
Stab.
Dish best served cold.
Suffer my curse.
Does that mean that Kurenagi, Daisuke, and Naurin are all gonna go try to see if we can get an audience with Dude McGuy, whose name I'm looking for right now in my notes? Miramoto Fujioka?
Yes.
You want to go see Fujioka?
It's not a bad idea.
Okay. Bernagi will go with you.
I don't know if Daisuke had much interactions with him, especially during the wedding. I think I mostly went straight to see Kengo.
Yeah, I didn't see him either.
Kuranagi talked to him too, right? I think.
Mm-hmm.
I liked you
Naren-
guys'
he knows Naren
interactions.
and Kuranagi.
He didn't like Kuranagi, though.
Yeah, well, it's okay. Obviously, Naren is here to be the charmer.
The liaison.
So a couple places in Dragon District that are out there right now. The Holy Host. I'm sorry, the House of the Holy Orion. That's a geisha house.
Nice.
Hot.
Okay. Little Teacher's Breakfast Temple is a Shinseien temple. The Dragon Docks are
What does
docks.
Shinsei mean again? I forget. It's come up a few times, and I never remember what it means.
Shinsei
The word.
is basically he's the Buddha character for Legend of the Five Rings.
Right. Okay.
He was a wandering monk during the First Age when the kami fell from heaven, and he taught the kami about, just life, what it means to be mortal, what the secrets to the universe kind of are, what elemental magic is, which was very important. He told people what the elemental kami are and how to live in peace with nature.
Okay. Thank you. I just wrote it down in the notes because I've heard that word a lot, and I can never remember what it means.
He's the dude.
And
He's a
then
good
the
guy.
Tokuyama Sake House, you see how there's big mountains just outside the city?
Yeah.
One of those mountains is called Tokoyama, and that sake house is named after him. It is it's like a middle of the road sake house. It's nice. It's not run down. It doesn't seem to be run by like mafia or anything. So, it does seem like, since it's proximity to the river and the docks, that maybe sailors from the river might go to that establishment, but you don't know. You haven't been. And of course, the Dragon Lord's house is a large estate that is actually pretty close to the governor's estate. It's right there on the water. So you can just take a boat right across.
Thanks. But in order to get in to see them, we're gonna need.
You will need to be let through the gates.
We
Mm-hmm.
need to unlock a quest item first.
Do you just walk right up to the gates, or how do you do this? What do you...
Moto or Miyagenda said that we would probably need to talk to the dragonfly person, right?
Mhm.
Because she's kind of the gatekeeper. Do we have any idea where they would be found? Or are they found?
Dragon
do they
Lord's
live on
house.
the street? Where is that?
Right here.
Right at
It's
the
like
corner.
right beside them. So we'll
Mhm.
probably head there first, right?
Okay. Y'all head there. Y'all get to the estate walls. The servants will see you in to a waiting area. Y'all can chill out there. It looks like a dragon estate. But there are like dragonfly motifs. The colors of the dragonfly, you're not sure what they are. There seems to be a hodgepodge of colors everywhere. It's kind of gay pride around here,
Nice.
if that makes sense. So
They like all the colors.
yeah.
Why discriminate?
And soon, you are led to go see a woman who looks like that.
She's so cute.
Yes. She says, greetings, samurai. I am interested in what you have to say. You all seem to be from different clans. I hear tell that you have been in this city before, during the celebration we had in the springtime.
Mm-hmm.
But sadly, I did not meet you myself. I am Toshi Kazuya. I'm sorry. I am Tanbo Kasa. I am Tanbo Kasa. I hear you are wanting to meet Miyamoto Fujioka, the administrator of Dragon District.
That is correct. We were hoping we might be able to get an audience with him, and we heard you were the person to speak to go through the formal channels.
Have you eaten today?
Huh? I didn't catch that.
Have you eaten?
Have you eaten?
Yep.
Yes, we have.
We were fed well in the Mia Palace.
Oh,
We are guests of Miyagenda.
that is very prestigious, actually. That is a little unfortunate, though.
Hmm?
If you wish to meet with Miyamoto Fujioka, I would ask that you first purify yourself at the Temple of Little Teacher's Breakfast. I think it is important for you to understand that temple and what it means before you speak to Lord Fujioka.
Can I make a scrutiny check? Sentiment
Sure.
check to see if she's trying to tell us something specific?
I would also be interested in making that check if possible.
Sure, make a TN3 because this is like something she's like she does a lot. So it's not a 2, it's a 3.
Sentiment, right?
Sentiment, yeah. I'm gonna say air.
Analyze?
Okay. I'll also throw in a dice roll too,
Sentiment
because
air.
I'm kind of curious to see what she has to say. Oh well, that's a lot of opportunities. Well, I trust her fully and completely.
Youngso has sentiment, right?
Yep. I got all the skills.
So, tell me what you're going to use with the opportunity first before I go into what you discern from her.
I would like to notice an interesting detail about her, such as an advantage or disadvantage, or establishing a new detail about her.
Her outfit, you notice when she turns around, they simulate gossamer dragonfly wings. And you don't know if they're real or not. They might be able to lift her up off the ground, or they might be totally ornamental. You can't tell.
Okay. The rumors are true.
Just wearing a paraglider all the time.
I don't know if I could use this because it's technically during a downtime use. I don't know if these are activities we're doing as part of downtime or not.
This is not a downtime use, no.
Okay, then never mind. I won't do that one. I'll look at something else. I don't think any of these are really that useful. I guess I'll do the same thing because I don't have...
You have 2?
I only have... Oh, is that a 2?
Yeah, it's a 2.
Item thing. I guess I'll learn her demeanor and strife because I don't have anything else that...
All right.
There's nothing else useful to do really here.
Her
Unless I'm planning on trying to like seduce her or something.
Her demeanor is friendly. She has a friendly demeanor. She currently has no strife. So, this is what Sasha, Naren and Kuronagi, no, not Sasha and Tarek, but Naren and Kuronagi there's twofold things. First, she wants to educate you about the dragon, and she feels that if you will better be able to interact with the dragon if you can understand them, and that this visit to the temple will help that. And secondly, she's testing your patience and your determination. So, yeah.
Okay. Kuronagi will look to Naurin to see if she wishes to press the issue any further. Otherwise, she kind of gives her a look of we should go.
Naren kind of gives a small nod and says, I suppose this is not a this is a doable task, a reasonable request.
Anybody else have anything to say? Out of character? Before you leave?
Well, with my role, Daisuke just, follows along.
Okay.
As is
We-
before.
We very much appreciate the time you have given us to entertain this matter, and hope that we will find you at a more fortuitous time after we have enriched ourselves.
So is everybody going to go to the temple, or is there anybody that's got something different that they want to say?
I wasn't even there to begin with, so I was headed off to the sake house.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just going to ask if we, if she wants us to come back to see her after we visit the temple, or if we
Yes.
should go straight.
She says
to-
yes.
Okay.
Come back and see me
Okay.
after you visit the temple. And what do you do? What is Moshisora doing?
Going off to see my mom. With the-
She's guest of the Dragonfly. Here.
Yeah, so
Okay,
follow
so the
along with us.
dragonfly are in the Dragon Lord's house.
That's right.
Okay, then I guess I'm here.
So
Oh, we
that's
could've
what I'm
used you.
asking. Do you go to the temple to get purified, or are you going to speak up and say something different?
I didn't think we thought that Sora was here at all, because she said she was going to go. And
I'll go ahead and go to the temple. I can come back and see my mom anytime.
Okay. Everybody's off to the temple. I guess Ide Youngso is just going to go to the sake house. And we'll pick all that up next time on Shadow
On Dragon
Empire.
Ball Z. Oh, wait.
On Dragon Ball Z. Last time on Dragon Ball Z, Krillin.
You can't grab my for 4 episodes.
and
You know
then
what?
they
I was
became
gonna make
friends.
I was gonna make a weird joke, but okay, we'll do that instead. I was breaking out my narrator voice, my last time on Dragon Ball Z,
pretty
Krillin
good.
got gout. There you go. See how funny that was?
Krillin,
Nailed
you
it.
could have just said Krillin, and then we could have ended it, and that would have also been funny. Last time on Dragon Ball Z.
Last time
Krillin.
on Dragon Ball Z, Gohan, Icarus.
How
Dun
many
dun
times
dun
do you
dun
think
dun dun
Dragon
dun
Ball-
dun 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 dun.
How many times do you think we could say Dragon Ball Z legally before we got copyright?
I don't know. Let's try.
Last time on Dragon Ball Z.
I
Mr.
think you can
Satan.
say it as many times as you want.
I mean, we're all old people who like Dragon Ball Z. Okay. Did anybody watch Dragon Ball Daima, by the way?
You
I
can
haven't
call
watched
yourself
any other
old.
news.
I
No,
love you.
nobody. Only me. I watched Dragon Ball Daima. Okay.
You're the only person old enough to enjoy watching
That's
Dragon Ball Z.
the new Dragon Ball. I watched Dragon Ball Z. I watched all of Dragon
Hey.
Ball, Dragon Ball Z,
I think you
Dragon
forget,
Ball Z,
I'm older than him.
Dragon Ball Kai. I told you I watched all of it, and I am
Ashamed? Embarrassed?
Tarek, if you have not watched Dragon Ball Superhero, you are missing out. Just gonna say this.
I've heard that the new stuff is really good.
Really, really good. Dragon Ball Super Superhero, amazing.
The most recent thing I saw was when Goku goes and trains with what's his name, the cat guy.
Beerus? He
Beerus,
doesn't train with Beerus. He trains with Whis, but okay.
Whis. He trains with Whis, and then he like that little movie thing I saw, and that was a long time ago. That was like
So you missed the entirety of Dragon Ball Super.
yes, I didn't see
Wow.
Super.
You got a lot to catch up on.
I know. My friend William was the guy who used to get me to watch it with him all the time. And then I think we watched a few episodes of Super actually together, or it might have been Kai. It might have been Dragon Ball Kai.
Anyways, hey, gain 2
Long time.
experience points. That's lovely, right?
Yeah, that's a good thing.
And everybody can gain a point of honor who's gonna go to the temple to get
I need to test
purified.
something.
Cool.
And that's about it. That's everything. Love ya.
Aw, I love you too.
Thank you.
Affection, disgusting.
Thanks for watching this. In the chat, Wargiz Robert, glad to have you with us. Thank you for watching as a recorded stream. Give us a comment, give us a like. Watch us on Moonbeam. There's a thing there's an invitation to Moonbeam if you want to try it out in the description. I keep want to say comments, but it's the description. From James, Crystal, Tarek, Matt, and Sasha, my name is Corey. Go roll some dice.